Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's jump right in. We deal with cash literally every single day, right? Whether you're managing a small business, trying to build up your personal savings, or just, trying to figure out where on earth your pocket money disappeared to by Friday. Today, we're going to unpack exactly how to take complete control of that cash flow using a brilliantly simple foundational tool.
Seriously, think about it for a second. How do you actually keep a record of the money you get and the money you spend? A lot of us rely on mental math, or maybe scattered notes on our phones. And sure, that kind of works for a day or two, but eventually, things fall through the cracks. Well, today we're looking at the proper method, the exact one used by actual businesses and traders to make sure absolutely no coin goes unaccounted for.
Here's our quick roadmap for this explainer. We're going to cover what a cash book actually is, look at the single column layout, figure out how to record transactions, learn how to balance the books, and finally wrap up with why this holds so much real-world value.
All right, let's start right at the foundation of tracking your money. What exactly is a cash book?
At its absolute core, a cash book is a dedicated space strictly for logging actual physical money. Money coming into your hands and money going out. That's it. It's not for promises to pay later, and it's definitely not for debts you owe down the line. It's exclusively tracking cold, hard cash received and cash paid out.
Now, obviously, as finances get more complex, the tools have to keep up. So there are three main types you'll hear about: the single column, the double column, and the triple column cash books. While bigger businesses might scale up to double or triple to handle stuff like bank transactions and discounts, we're focusing entirely on the foundational one today, the single column cash book. It deals only with cash transactions. Honestly, master this and you'll understand the heartbeat of all accounting.
Moving right along to the layout, let's see how we actually map out this money.
The beauty of this setup is its strict, super simple spatial rule. It's split right down the middle. You absolutely must memorize this. Money in, meaning your receipts or cash received, always goes on the left side, the debit side. Money out, your payments, always goes on the right side, the credit side. It's a golden rule. Left is in, right is out.
And to keep things perfectly symmetrical, both that debit side and that credit side use the exact same three columns. Whether cash is coming or going, you just log the date, the particulars, which really just means what the transaction actually was, like sold goods or bought transport, and finally, the amount. Simple, clean, and highly organized.
Okay, time to put all this theory into practice and actually record some transactions.
Let's test what we've picked up so far. Imagine you receive 500 Naira and then you turn around and spend 200 Naira. How are you going to record that? Take a beat to think about where those two distinct transactions belong based on that left and right golden rule we just talked about. We have to clearly separate the money coming in from the money flowing out.
Let's look at a slightly bigger example to see it in action. Say you receive 1,000 Naira. That cash is coming in, right? Therefore, it gets recorded as a receipt on the left, the debit side. You'd quickly jot down the date, you'd write received cash in the particulars column so you know where it came from, and you'd drop 1,000 into the amount column on that left side. Boom, done.
Conversely, when you pay 200 Naira for transport across town, that's a payment. Money is leaving your hands, which means it immediately gets logged on the right side, the credit side. Again, you just note the date, write something like transport in the particulars, and put 200 in the amount column on the right. It really is that straightforward.
Now for the most satisfying part, balancing the books to find out exactly what's left over.
Now that all our daily transactions are posted, we need to figure out exactly where we stand. To find out how much cash is literally left in your pocket, you just follow these steps. First, add up everything on your debit side. Then, total up everything on your credit side. Finally, just subtract the smaller number from the larger one. That leftover difference, that's your balance.
And understanding this is absolutely vital because your balance is the ultimate truth teller of your financial health. It's simply the difference between the total cash received on your debit side and the total cash paid out on your credit side. And here's the magic trick. If your math is right, that balance number on the page should exactly match the physical cash you are holding in your hand.
So, jumping back to our previous example of receiving 1,000 Naira on the debit side and spending 200 for transport on the credit side, we just follow our steps, right? Total received is 1,000. Total paid is 200. The difference between those two numbers is 800, meaning your final balance for the day would be exactly 800 Naira.
Bringing it all home now, let's talk about the real-world value and why any of this actually matters.
So why exactly is this specific method used religiously every single day by traders and businesses all over the globe? Honestly, because the benefits are just undeniable. A cash book gives you crystal clear visibility of your cash flow. It helps immensely with budgeting because you can suddenly see your spending trends, and it acts as a massive guardrail against misusing your money. Whether you're managing daily shop profits or just trying to stretch your personal savings, this simple tool puts you completely in the driver's seat.
There's a key takeaway from our source material that really hits the nail on the head. It says the cash book helps in budgeting, prevents misuse of money. And that is so true. By forcing you to actively write down every single entry, the date, the what, and how much, you automatically become hyper-aware of every single coin that leaves your pocket. It's a real game changer.
So I'm going to leave you with a quick thought and a challenge. Will you start your own single-column cash book this week to track your personal money in and money out? Just grab a notebook, draw a line right down the middle, put your debits on the left and your credits on the right. I highly encourage you to set this up today and see firsthand how logging these transactions completely transforms your financial awareness. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy budgeting!